Thanks for being with us here on KXAN Live. Will Dupree in the KXAN Live studio on this Thursday afternoon, and we are wanting to jump on here and tell you about a story that is trending in the first position, the most popular story on our website right now, and that is this one right here. The headline reads, Texas State Park to close and be turned into multi-million-dollar development. So many of you out there are wondering what is happening with this story, and you are clicking to it and reading it. And the reporter behind this, and here to share a few more details about it, is our digital data reporter, Christopher Adams. Christopher, thank you so much for being here.
Of course, good to be here, Will.
This story is just taken off online for us. So many people are in this story right now reading it. We shared the headline a few moments ago, and we're showing pictures of this park, but tell us which park is affected by this closure that's coming up.
Yeah, so we're talking about Fairfield Lake State Park. It's about 70 miles east-northeast of Waco. It's been open to the public since 1976. You can see there on the map, roughly about halfway between Waco and Tyler. So again, it's been open since 1976 to the public. It gets about 80,000 visitors each year, but it is set to close permanently at the end of this month, so just 2 weeks away.
Yeah, and this is some of the history. We'll leave this up for people so they can read about it. Christopher just shared some of those details about this park and how long it's been open there. Why is it closing exactly? What is the reasoning behind this?
Yeah, so it's currently owned by Vistra Energy. When you hear of a state park, you might automatically assume that Texas would own the land, right? That's actually not the case here. Vistra Energy is an energy company that operates, or used to operate, a power plant, a coal plant on Fairfield Lake, and has owned the land and leased that land to the state of Texas for this state park for the past 50 plus years. Like I said, it's been open since 1976. Well, a couple of years ago, actually in 2018, that coal plant closed, and Vistra Energy essentially gave notice to the state to say, hey, we no longer need this land. We're going to open it up to be sold. We're going to either terminate your lease and pass it over to the new developer. Maybe the state could buy it itself and you could continue operating it as a state park. But Vistra said, we are selling the land. So the new owner, Todd Interests, is a Dallas-based developer, a development company. They plan to turn this into essentially a private gated community with multi-million-dollar homes, a private golf course. This according to the Dallas Morning News. I reached out to Todd Interest myself but didn't hear back. But again, the Dallas Morning News reporting this is going to be turning into a multi-million-dollar development, and the state park itself will be forced to close.
And you see the closing date there. I mean, there's only less than 2 weeks left before people can go and enjoy this park. Is that right?
Absolutely. So February 28th, the last day of this month, is when the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department is set to close the park itself. At that point, they will be removing staff. They'll be closing down all of the park operations. The two public boat ramps onto Fairfield Lake will be closed. A fishing pier with public access will be closed. The state park will be no more at this point come the end of the month.
Wow. And while this timeline is running down for this park to stay open, the staff who are working there and have been for the last 50 or so years, they're having to notify people who had reservations months in advance from this.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's a popular place to go camping. In fact, the Parks and Wildlife Department has had to contact more than 2,700 people who already had reservations to camp overnight in this park after the closing date, and of course they can't camp there anymore. So now Parks and Wildlife is having to contact all of those people. It's a very popular park. Like I said, it gets about 80,000 visitors each year.
That is a lot of people, and of course there were so many reservations for this park. Talk about what the reaction to this has been. I know a number of state lawmakers have shared their reactions. What did you learn, Christopher?
Yeah, so State Representative Angelia Orr, she represents the district that this park lies in. She actually has filed a bill just on Tuesday to essentially stop this from happening. She's filed a bill that would essentially allow the state of Texas to take over the land through eminent domain. Now, when we look at eminent domain laws in Texas, there are two criteria that need to be met for the land to be acquired. The first criteria is that it has to be used for a public purpose. Obviously, we're talking about a state park here, so that criteria is met. The second one is that if the state acquires your land through eminent domain, it has to give you adequate compensation for that land. Now, this piece of property is currently listed for $110 million. So would the state pay that much? Would they pay, less than that? What would an adequate compensation for that amount of land be? That remains to be seen. But again, the clock is ticking. the park is set to close in less than 2 weeks.
Wow, February 28th is that official closure date. If you're just joining us, our digital data reporter, Christopher Adams, has been reporting about this park's closure that is going to happen again at the end of the month. And this is located not too far from Waco. Christopher, remind us where this location is.
Yeah, so this is Fairfield Lake State Park. It's roughly halfway between Waco and Tyler. It's about 70 miles to the east-northeast of the city of Waco.
Yeah, we're showing that map, and you can find that on our website, kxan.com. Christopher, I know you just shared this a few moments ago, but if anybody who is just joining us is wondering what the reason for this park, or what the closure for this park is going to be and what its future use will be, remind us about that latter piece, about what this is going to become now.
Yeah, absolutely. So the park has been open since 1976 with public access that whole time. The new developer, or the new owner of the property, wants to turn it into a multi-million-dollar development. It's a gated community, according to the Dallas Morning News. Multi-million-dollar homes, a private golf course, and the public state park would be closed at the end of this month. That new owner you see there on the screen is Todd Interests. Right now, the land is owned by Vistra Energy. It leases the land to the state of Texas to be able to operate this state park. And interestingly, Vistra tells me that they did encourage the state to buy this land so it could continue operating it as a state park. They say the state did not submit a bid to purchase the land. It's a little bit of back and forth here, he said, she said, because the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department says they did try to negotiate with Vistra Energy to buy all or part of the property that's up for sale. The property we're talking about here is more than 5,000 acres. Only 1,500 acres of that is the state park itself. So it's not just the state park, it's a wider area that we're talking about. Parks and Wildlife, again, says they tried to purchase either the whole thing or just part of it. They said they failed negotiations with Vistra. Vistra, on the other hand, says the state never submitted a bid to purchase the land to them.
Wow, okay, and all of this drama is available, and you can read about it over on KXAN.com, and Christopher's story about this state park closure, which is imminent. Only about 12 or so days left for people to go and enjoy Fairfield Lake State Park up in kind of northeast Texas there. Christopher, thank you again for reporting this, and what a wild story it is indeed.
Absolutely. Thanks, Bill, for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, you can read Christopher's story on our website. Again, the headline right there, Texas State Park to close and be turned into multi-million-dollar development. It is #1 on our website right now, so go check it out if you can. Thanks again for watching here on KXAN Live. I'm Will Dupree in the KXAN Live studio. We'll see you back here at another time. Hope you all stay safe and healthy out there. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.